Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's episode of Astrocraft. So, I am doing a bit of pre-recording this week, so this episode's maybe a bit weird and a bit quick. Would be a good word to describe it. I'm not going to do a lot of talking or rambling today. I'm not really going to explain too much. I'm mainly just going to be building today, and next episode is gonna be most of the same because I'm recording them at the same-ish time right now. I am trying to get them recorded and edited before I leave for vacation. So, unfortunately for everybody, we will not be having any really new episodes. And these next two are going to be a bit rushed, and then I'll have one more regular episode, and then I'm going to be going on a break for a while. So, that's like a really quick schedule of what I'm going to be doing. But today I am going to be building this tower over here and this like half of the wall. And I'm not doing any more than that just because, again, this episode's a bit quick on time. I only have a few days to get this done, so I'm just trying to make sure I get everything recorded and edited like I said earlier. So I went material gathering the other day, got a bunch of deep slate, which I was running out of. So now I have plenty to be able to finish up this platform here and build the walls, and I even designed the windows for the next tower, which I have figured out I want to be the library area. And I sort of have a really cool idea where as you sort of spiral up, we have like different sets of bookcases and different stuff, and because of the bad omen allowing it, I'm probably not going to move. I might try and move some librarians in there, but honestly, with how many villagers are here, it might not exactly be a good idea to move some villagers in. But I could have like armor stands. So I haven't done a lot since last episode. The main thing I did was I covered most of the roof in string. As you can see, I missed a few spots there and there. I don't have any string on me right now. Oh, and you might have seen that I have some deep slate in here because I am literally mining out a giant chunk of deep slate inside a hole near my vertical mine. So it's sort of near there, but it's closer to where I have my gunpowder farm actually. So I have a giant hole that I've been digging down. So I have like a it's a 5x5 hole all the way down until deep slate where it expands, and I have mined quite a lot of deep slate from there recently. So I have some ores that I didn't want to mine off camera, especially because I got 15 diamond. It is like one of the best ways to get diamonds if you just are mining out a giant chunk. But yeah. And it seems like I got most of the string over here. I was just doing a quick double check. Okay, so I just picked up a bit of sugarcane. I'm gonna make myself a few more rockets, especially because I'm building a tower, and I really always need rockets while doing that. So I'm just gonna show you guys. I was like almost completely out of rocket supplies a few weeks ago, so I'm very happy that I was able to get some of those back. And I need to spend more time AFKing at my gunpowder farm, but can't really help that it takes a little while to really get going. So there we go, and that should be. It's not really enough, but it's good enough for now. It has 10 stacks. That's okay. 10 stacks is fine. I'm just gonna really quickly mine up some of the stuff. I'm not gonna do it in a big tower. I'm basically just gonna do like the redstone. I need lapis really bad, but I'm just gonna like lay it out like this. Actually, I'm gonna do the diamonds up in the tower because it's way more satisfying this way, and that way it looks like a jump over there. 15 ores, a total of 35 diamonds. That's a really good haul. Okay, now the gold. 28 gold. 8 iron. 2 stacks and a bit over a half of redstone. and over a stack of lapis. And a lot of people might be yelling at me because I used Fortune 3 on the lapis, but I have been using lapis for blue dye, which I honestly don't really need to do. I just I like to do it. I always have so much lapis, so it's a bit nice to have an extra source there, but I do have a bunch of cornflowers up here that I could also use. And so full haul is this and the bit of lapis you saw me put away earlier. I have way too much redstone. It is like overflowing into this chest. And I'm going to... Ooh, I actually have some extra iron that I forgot to mine now. Yeah, then I can just quickly do this in here. But I got 35 diamonds. And I also reorganized my ender chest a bit just because it was getting so crowded in there. It was really much better if I decided to put things away in shulker boxes. So I now have a few named shulker boxes in here and everything. Also, that I really need easier access to is out in the open. And I have 2 extra shulkers in there in case of emergency. So we have 29 of each. Wow, that's a really nice even amount of both. Okay, so I'm gonna put these in here to smelt. Oops, I sent it a bit too early. I might want to wait for it all actually to collapse in. Okay, and now it's gonna go out, and one row is gonna be enough for it. So there we go. See, so while I've been gathering materials over the past few days, I haven't had a lot of time to get too much more cyan terracotta. I did gather a bunch of terracotta the other day. It was like a full 6 boxes, so I have had enough time to get rid of a few of those boxes, so I have around 2 and a bit more than a half of the shulker boxes left of regular terracotta, and I'm pretty close to being done with the full chests of terracotta here. And I generally go around like this, so this chest isn't empty, it just hasn't been filled yet. But yeah, these 4 chests have all been used already, so that's a bit concerning in how much I'm going to be needing, but I can't really help how much I'm going to need. So we are going to be building this tower today, and I'm really excited to be building this tower today, actually. It is going to be the most challenging tower of all to build, and that is just because of the pillagers. It is not really because of the design, it is more because of the external factor that the pillagers are going to be trying to kill me the entire time. I would be wearing a chest plate, but I somehow lost my chest plate. I really don't know how I lost it, I just don't have it anymore. So, I'm going to be going in chest plateless and hoping that everything works out okay. So, I can't really do anything else than build right now. I don't really have any more updates or anything, and I need to get this episode out soon. So I will see you guys in the time lapse. Start it up. So you might notice at this point in the time lapse, the format changed a bit, and is because I sort of had the time lapse corrupt, and this is like super sped up. It is like really, really fast sped up because I usually have it sped up by 8 times in the replay mod, and then I add on to the speeding up inside my editing software. So this is the combination of the both together, which is actually 40 times speed. So I'm getting a bit of lag when it's coming to this right now, unfortunately. So it's probably a lot smoother for you guys after rendering, but you can see here I'm getting a bit of wheat. But anyways, the explanation is my footage corrupted for this. And it won't let me even access the recording inside the app. It is very similar to the type of errors I had happen initially, but I know that's not exactly the case for these, but I think something might have happened. I'm not really sure how to fix it though, so I am just going to keep going with this and hope you guys continue to enjoy the time lapse. It's going to get back to normal pretty soon, but this is just me doing the window detailing, and then the final part of the window detailing is back to the replay mod. So you get to see me do most of it from my perspective, and you get to sort of see what Lightmatica looks like, and you'll see I leave a lot of orange, which means a different orientation is used in the original schematic, but honestly it takes so long with trapdoors, I just leave it on orange because it looks the same. So yeah, that is everything, and we're gonna go back to replay mod right about now. Enjoy! Hello everybody, and welcome back from the time-lapse. So a few of the time-lapses corrupted, but luckily I did backup recording, so that's sort of handled, and they look a bit different, in some parts, and it's mainly actually the window detail that looks weird, to be honest. I don't know why those two corrupted, but luckily I was backup recording just in case, so I had extra footage from what I was doing in this perspective. So I finished building the tower, as you see, very nice window detailing. I did make a few mistakes in the window design, so I did have to go back for materials a few times, but I fixed it all up. And it looks pretty nice. And so now, if we fly out this way, fly, we have the entire front of the mansion finished, except for this sort of dead space in the middle here where the door is gonna go. So I think it looks pretty nice. We have those two finished, and we can fly in this hole here. And here we are. And I have a few banners to add to the collection. And a few ominous bottles as well. As you might have seen at multiple points in the time lapse, I died, and pillagers were after me. Yeah, it's pretty regular occurrence now, and here is John the donkey. Oh, I had 2 bad omen 5 potions. Wow, so yeah, I have a lot of ominous bottles. Oh, I need to try and outrun the pillagers. Yeah. And I did something I thought was really cool. Let me just put the sugar cane here. in this tower, I used cartography tables for detailing. So I did have to cover a few sides with trapdoors, so this tower was very dark oak window heavy. But this is a cartography table. And I actually really liked the planks going upward. I felt like it sort of looked nicer than just planks, period. Because a cartography table always faces the same way no matter what, for a few of the corners, just because I did the same thing all around, I used dark oak planks to substitute. So you see there, those lines are horizontal, and there, those lines are vertical. So I didn't like that I had to do that, but honestly, I think it was just better if I swapped it at that point. It wasn't worth using the trapdoors to cover both sides, because that would just be a waste of a cartography table. So I just placed planks to give a similar effect. They aren't too different of a color, and the only real difference is their orientation in the planks. So I think that's really nice. And prove it's a cartography table. I press it, and oh yeah, it opens up to do that. But I honestly think this tower turned out pretty well. And all of its adornments are very nice. And one of the reasons that I actually made these windows a lot similar to these windows is because I wanted to have a design that I liked, and I knew that I really enjoyed these windows that I'd been working on for a bit, so it's been nice to sort of work on those. So I just got in a bit of a scuffle with a few pillagers, as you can tell. And I killed another captain, so there's another battlement bottle for John to carry. Soon enough, he's just gonna be full of ominous potions. And whoever on the server is looking for one just knows they can come here. So, I might have died. Again. Let's just say this build was a bit rough. I lost a few brackets. I didn't lose my shulker box though, and I had to bring out my elytra to get back down. I fell when I was going down to light up the area, and let's just say I spent a few minutes looking, couldn't find my rockets or the rest of the sugarcane that I had gotten. Comes to say, nothing is truly safe when at my base. But I can't really do much about it now, so we're just gonna put everything away. So I keep my sugarcane in here. Actually, I like it to be more like this, but I sometimes do it like that just because. And here is my backup, my fly things organization. So that's pretty much it for today's episode. I don't have anything else to do, and I sort of need to get to pre-recording for next week's episode. So that's why this episode's a bit wonky. You might be like, a bit wonky. This episode's just straight up weird. But yeah. That's why this episode's a bit quick, you might say, why I haven't been rambling as much, and why so much seems to have been cut out, because it mostly is. I had to edit both episodes this week and record both of them, so probably should have planned that a bit better. But I can't really do anything about it now. So as I let you guys go for this week, I will be starting next week's episode, and let me tell you, I have something pretty exciting planned. Not super exciting, hopefully slightly exciting. But yeah, that's it for today's episode. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you like my content. Check out the other creators on Astrocraft in the description below. Like this video if you liked this video. And I will see you guys next time on Astrocraft.